Okay, everybody. I'm going to explain to you why I want to live in the countryside, and I'll start off by showing you number 40 Hill Llanelli that I lived in. I lived 22 years in this house. It's the longest I've lived in any place. It's longer than when I lived in one with a Fanon, and much longer than when I lived twice as long than when I lived three times as long when I lived in the Minke. And I loved living here, but had to move in the end because the toilet was downstairs. I had to go down, walk down the steps to the toilet. There was dampness there. You could see the dampness on the side here. The water, when it was raining heavy, the water was coming down the wall on the side of the stairs. And I had a lot of trouble with the dampness there. And I decided to go for a bungalow. And of course, I moved from here then to my first bungalow. But I was here 22 years because I used to leave the car. Well, most of the time I didn't have a car. I only had a car. Let me work it out. The last 10 years of me living here, I had the car. Before then, I didn't have a car, and I didn't miss a car because I loved living here because of the walks, and I knew everybody here. And when I had the car, I used to leave the car here, and I hardly used the car because I don't like driving. But when it came to walking, I used to go along here to walk. I used to do this walk once or twice a day. And it was, and still is, one of the best walks I used to do. I used to walk along here, all the way along here, if Google Map will let me. Google Map plays up sometimes. It's not showing, no, I'm showing it now. I used to walk along here. It's not showing the arrow. See the arrow there? It goes sometimes. It doesn't show the arrow. It's a bit of a job to find the arrow. I used to walk along here. And wait a minute. Of course, Arian's bungalow wasn't there then. I've gone a bit too far now. Go back here a bit. I used to walk along here and go down the path here, past the school. And then, of course, I was fit. I used to go all the way down to the place, around the carway. But even now, I'd be able to do this walk and walk down this field, and there was a beautiful view. I loved this walk. I used to do it once, twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. And of course, Joseph then was very young. I used to take Joseph with me. And you might ask, why don't I go for a bungalow in Llywelyn then? And be able to do this walk. But Llywelyn now would be too far for me to do this walk. I wouldn't be able to do this walk now from Llywelyn all the way down here and then down the field and back. It's too far. Otherwise, I would have gone for, there was a nice bungalow empty in Llywelyn the other way, the other day. So this is why I lived here for 22 years, because I loved the walk. And sometimes I'd go down this way for a walk. Down this way. Well, not sometimes, a lot of the times. I go all the way down this way and go all the way down the station, around the brickyard. And of course, this is where Philip James's bungalow is. There you are, look. This is going back now, 2011, when Google filmed this. Of course, I was living here then, 2011. I was still living here. That's Phil James's bungalow. I used to go down here for a walk and down the brickyard, and I used to just love walking here. Now, I want to go again and live in a place where I don't have to drive, and there's nice walks. And there is such a place. But yeah, got out to this map now, and we'll go on to the other Google map. If it comes up now, here it is. And there is such a place. But yeah, although Llangadeon and Crwbyn is also a good place for walks, straight from the bungalow. I wouldn't have to drive, but it's a bit of a job driving there and getting out in and out of the place. This is what puts me off the bungalow in Goslas, you see, and go walks. I'd have to use the car all the time. But yeah, we're on the road. That's my garage, by the way, O.C. Davis. So I'd be right by the garage. And this road, of course, goes into Carmarthen, and that road goes in down to Morrison. So I'll be right by Morrison. I love going to Morrison down again. I can't do a full shop, but I can buy one or two things. So that would be handy for me, and I'd be able to get petrol. Right, this is the only place where I could really love to live and not have to drive to go for walks. But the snag is there's only 6 bungalows here. This is a beautiful place to live. There's only 6 bungalows here. The bungalows are up there, okay? I'll take you over here where there's a walk. Even walking along here, you know, it out in the country. That's what I want, you see. I love walking out in the country, and this is within my distance. I could manage this. There's the sign that's gone here. There's a path going down here through the fields, all the way down here. There's a path going down here, and there was a sign here saying, I take you back. Let's put Google Map back a bit, because this now is Google Map September 21. If I put the Google Map back a bit, we'll be able to see the path and the gates. Yeah, I can see it here now, see? There's gates here, and there's a sign showing there's a walk. I know, let's take you back a bit again. Where's that sign gone to there? Take you back again. And the gate, I think it's gone and all over there. But there is a walk down there. Well, I've been there, I've seen it. I've been for the spin here once or twice to have a good look at it. Yeah, the gate is open there, look. And there's a path going down there also. And even if you can't walk down there, we're just walking up this road, you know, it's just walking around here. And there's also a walk down here as well. But there is a walk down through that field. And also there's a walk down, lovely walk down here. And there's a path down the bottom there, takes you down to the woods. Lovely walk that Brandon would love as well. Now Brandon's like me. He loves walking in the countryside. He prefers out in the country for a walk than the park. And as he gets older, that's the way he's going to be. So the only snag is, this is the one place that, because, you know, I've been to see a few bungalows lately upon a bear, Goslas. There was one in Croissants a few months ago. I went to see. But what puts me off, there are no walks. I've got to drive. Well, I don't want to drive. There's 6 bungalows here, look. And with these 2 here, look, you've got a view here. Not the view I got here, where I am now, but this view is still a nice view. And also, with these bungalows, there's a view going across the fields with this one, these 2 in the back. And there's a view going across the field, because I've been up here and I've been having a look around these bungalows. Google Map doesn't show the view now, but they've all got views to them. They've all got lovely backs into the fields, and they've all got garages. See the garages here? There's garages here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And there's also another 4 up there, but you can't see the other 2. There's 4. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 garages, right? For all the bungalows and 1 or 2 houses down here. So this would be the place that I would love to live. But, well, in the end, the bungalows do come empty, you see. Bungalows do come. I think one came empty, going back about 3 years ago. This one was empty. 3 or 4 years, or going back a bit now. Because I've been, believe it or not, on the council list now, waiting to move 5 years. Well, I've lived here 7 years. And I decided then to move once I started having this heart trouble. 5 years ago when I had heart trouble. And this hill became too much for me. And I've got to take a car now. Like this afternoon now, I'll be going down the village for a walk. So this is the one place I would love to live. The one place. And there's only 6 bungalows here. But could be this Friday. Maybe a bungalow will come empty. It's the same as Kubin and Shunkwun. There's 2 or 3 come empty there. There's only 8 bungalows in Kubin, only 8 bungalows in Shunkwun. And yet there's 2 or 3 come empty there this year. But nothing here yet, you see. And I've also been told by my neighbours across the road that there's a woman living in one of these bungalows. And she wants to come back to Ponyets. She's from my class. And she wants to come back and live in Ponyets. So I might one day go down and have a look where she lives and see if I can see her and ask her if she wants to swap. That's another way I could move here. Okay, doke.